Breakfast?
No, thanks.
Danny, I haven't eaten since the funeral.
I know.
You've got to eat.
I keep asking myself why. Why?
To keep up your strength.
No, why Elaine? Why her?
Danny, that question has no answer. We all ask it. I mean, like when my son Peter died, I said, why him, why Peter? When your father died, your mother said, why him, why Johnny? If it had been Mrs. Fogel next door who had been shot, right now, Mr. Fogel would be saying, why her? Why Mrs. Fogel from next door?
I saw Mr. Fogel this morning throwing out the garbage, and he said, why her? Why Elaine? Then he asked me if I shot her.
Fogel's a jerk.
Why would he think that you shot her?
Because he remembers 10 years ago when I killed that bird with my BB gun.
That was an accident.
I know, but he's never forgotten it. Every time he sees me, he says, what did you kill today, Dan?
When I pull out of the driveway this morning, I'm going to run over his petunias.
Bert, you are not.
All right, so I'm not.
I just can't believe it. I can't believe I'm never going to see Elaine again.
Oh, Danny, there's no answer to any of it. It just hurts a lot. But eventually it'll hurt less and less. I know you'll never forget her. But someday you'll be able to think about her without hurting.
It's just hard.
I know.
Penny, you know, doing things would help, you know? I mean, keep your mind occupied.
Well, you mean like work?
Work, going out, seeing people, anything that gets you involved. Shooting BBs at Fogel.
You know what I'd like to do?
What? Name it. I'll do it with you if you want some company.
You wouldn't want to do it.
Danny, please, looking at a guy who'll do anything. Come on, we'll do anything you want.
I want to find them.
Let's go.
Thanks, Bert.
Wait, find who? Who are we finding here?
Them. The guys that killed Elaine.
That's what you want to do today? I thought it was going to be something like bowling.
Danny, the police are looking for them. It's their job.
Ma, the police are looking for a lot of people, so how hard can they look? No, forget it. I want to do it myself.
All right. Then I'm going with you. Keep you company. It could be very, very lonely looking.
You sure?
Absolutely.
Great. I'll get my jacket.
Sure.
You have to talk him out of it.
Mary, I can't. Look at him. Listen, don't worry. We'll go out for the day. We'll look around. We'll be lucky to find a parking space, let alone a killer. Don't worry.
All right, but please be careful.
All right. Go on out of the hand of the gun. I held the gun before I held the rattle. Hey,
What happened? I heard a shot.
Shot. There's that toaster. I put a piece of rye bread in. Came out like a missile. Here, get that thing fixed. It'll fix you and it'll kill somebody here.
Daddy.
All right. This was a brave man. This was a courageous man. This was a man who always did more than his duty. He was right there to the very end. Never was there another man like him. Never will there be another man like him. He was one of a kind. We shall never forget him. He was a leader of men. We have lost the best. His family, his friend, and the United States of America will never forget General Mike Smiling Bob Hawkins.
Daddy, General Hawkins didn't die. Chester died.
Oh, good. Never mind, as you were.
Mary? Well, I would just like to say that I think that all our lives are richer for having known him. Benson, do you have any fond memories of Mr. Tate you'd like to share with us?
No.
I believe that he will be remembered fondly by those of us who loved him.
And the rest of us, too.
Mrs. Campbell?
Yes?
Hi, I'm Sally.
Sally.
Your husband's secretary.
Oh, Sally! Come in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I'm pleased to meet you. You've always been just a voice on the telephone. Sit down.
Thanks. Mrs. Campbell, I don't really...
Mary.
Mary. Mary, I don't know how to put this.
What?
Well, your husband and I have been having an affair. So what happened was the other day he came
wait
by
a
and
second. Wait a second. Could you just back up a little?
Sure.
Did you say you and Bert?
Right. So what happened was the other day he
You
came...
and Bert.
Me and Bert. Well, Bert and I. It's Bert and I. I always get those confused. Me and him, he and I, he and me. I hated grammar.
You don't look like what I imagined.
You imagine someone?
Well, Bert told me that he spent the night with someone once and that she was fat and old. Were you once fat? Or old?
Must have been someone else. Mrs. Campbell. Mary. I really just...
Mrs. Campbell.
Look, don't be mad at me. I felt sorry for him. I have never had an affair with a married man. I would not do that. But he told me he was miserable. He said you were a mean, hard, bitter lady. And I believed him. And then I fell in love with him. So please don't be mad at me.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I don't believe you and him.
I think it's you and he. See, it would be him and me, so I think it's you and he.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't believe he'd have an affair with you. What I'm saying is that I find it hard to accept he's having an affair. But if he was having an affair, I'm sure that the affair he was having would be with you. You're very, pretty. Young. Skinny.
I'm not skinny.
Please. You're skinny.
I'm 5 pounds overweight.
Please, you are not.
I am. I mean, I starved myself. I still can't lose.
I know, it's so depressing.
You know the Atkins diet?
Do I know it? I have been on it 12 times.
I gained.
Metabolism.
Fasting, gained.
You and Bert.
You know, you're taking this very well.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're taking this beautifully.
No, I'm in shock. That's what it is. I'm not taking it with grace. I'm taking it with shock.
There's more.
Oh, good. Maybe this'll kill me.
The other day, I discovered that... Are you ready? Bert's been cheating on me.
When did he have the time?
I know, it's incredible, isn't it? Her, me, you. It's a wonder he isn't dead.
He will be. I'm gonna kill him.
No, I am. Wait till you hear this. She's 18.
18.
18.
Skinny.
She's 18. Who cares?
18. What do they talk about at 18? What she did in school today.
It's disgusting. 18. I'm so sorry I had to tell you all this.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm glad you didn't. Where are my manners? Would you like a drink?
Oh, please, Mrs. Campbell.
Call me Mary.